The untold truth about pastors. I was a pastor, and for 13 years, I struggled with a secret addiction. I was addicted to pornography. For 13 years, every single day, I would go on porn sites. I would watch countless videos. I felt so ashamed and guilty. I was in a church, so I shouldn't have been watching this stuff. And I tried to stop. I would go months without watching it. But then I would relapse. As a pastor, I felt like a fraud. I would tell people from the pulpit, don't go to these sites. It's not good for you. But what I was really saying was, please do go to these sites, because it will make you feel like crap, and it's just an addiction that you can't escape. Because I knew that once I got on these sites, I couldn't get off. I was trapped. And no one knew. Not my wife, not my family, not my friends. And it wasn't until I went to a counselor, and I opened up to him, and I said, I think I need help with pornography. He says, you're not here for help. You're here to tell me that you've stopped. I said, no, I'm here for help, because I still struggle with it. He says, well, if you're still struggling with it, why are you a pastor? Why are you a minister of the gospel? He says, you need to resign immediately. And I thought, wow, this guy is really tough. I wonder if he's right. So, I resigned from the ministry. I walked away from being a pastor. It wasn't until years later that I realized he was wrong. I didn't have to walk away from my calling. I didn't have to walk away from my gift. And in fact, I could be a stronger, better minister because I had something to relate to. For many years, I felt like I was the only pastor struggling with this. I thought I was the only one. And so I started talking to other pastors, and I discovered that many of them were struggling too, but they didn't know how to get help. They didn't know where to turn. They felt too ashamed and embarrassed to talk to anyone. Today, I'm a certified addiction specialist. I am a recovered sex addict, and it's my passion to help other pastors who are struggling with the same issues that I struggled with. If you are a pastor and you're struggling with pornography, you don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to feel guilty, and it's not your fault. You can overcome this. I know you can.